My name is Jeffrey Dunston. I'm the managing member of Tree Frog Development and Real Estate Group, which is a company that is based here in Newburgh, and it's a small development investment boutique company. However, my experience on the housing side extends 30-odd years, having been involved in various financing tools, such as low-income housing tax credits, tax bonds, as well as state and federal monies. I've done housing across the board, both for low, very low, senior citizens, middle income. I've done home ownership to boost middle-income families. So I'm very proud of my career, and I'm glad to transfer some of those skill sets here to the Newburgh market. MISN is a very unique and timely organization. Although being in existence for 30 years, the issues around infant mortality have been the heartbeat for the last couple of years. So I think the work that Jennifer and her team are doing is very important, ensuring that we can lower those mortality rates around infants. I think generally on the community development side, or for other nonprofits serving in communities, we've been in a transition post-pandemic. And so many of our services have changed and shifted because, our work is about people. And so we've had to adjust to bring people back in the fold and increase programming. At the same time, we've lost programming, both on the federal side and the state side, as well as some in the city side. But we keep doing the work because of our commitment to community. It's both a policy issue and understanding how that policy applies to the needs of the community. I think sometimes there's a disconnect between the policy and the community need, and what occurs is that there's a misfeed of dollars into the community, right? Because somebody has decided that they want to see a certain outcome, but that outcome is not a reality based on the actual need. So I think that has been the challenge. Do I think government can be very supportive? Yes. Do I think government understands from a policy perspective? No. Do I think us who sit at the policy table and make our contributions to that discussion, I think we can be a little more forceful going forward, ensuring that there's an understanding of what the policy actually means in its working form and whatnot, and what those outcomes are, which makes it meaningful for us as organizations, which means that we can achieve those outcomes and better use dollars to do it. I think it was almost natural for me, but it comes out of life experience. It comes out of a community that thrived, right? That was very much diverse when I grew up in it. And to sit and watch the disinvestment of that community, meaning that what was diverse, meaning Jewish, Irish, and all that, and those folks move out, causing a disinvestment because they own those properties, And again, and I made a statement earlier that if you look at most of disinvestment throughout the New York State region, it all occurred in the 70s, right? Where there was this shift. But mine's come out of a group of people, my mom. I would never say that my mom didn't encourage us to be more active on the community side, but I think it also comes out of all the people that I've learned from, folks that have become my mentors, folks who are now ancestors in the field, right? And so my passion for it was never out of any righteousness. It was out of a commitment to want to see my community rebuilt and value brought back. And so I think the beauty of doing the work that I do is that I get to experience this across, several different fronts, not only from, concept to underwriting to dealing with the legal aspect of it and the finance aspect of it, building those relationships, some good, some bad. But at the end of the day, we've created assets that are community controlled, so they're not individual control. Although, yes, we got to contend with partners and all that other stuff, And so I think people see the nonprofit side of it and forget that there's a business side, but maybe we never told them there's a business side to it, so, but I think those of us that are remaining to carrying on our missions in the community, we're going to fight for those missions and make sure that we get the outcomes that we want.